But first, our top story. Thousands of travelers are still stranded at airports as Southwest Airlines struggles to recover from the effects of both a winter storm and massive system failures. On Thursday, nearly 2,900 flights were delayed and nearly 2,500 flights were canceled, according to FlightAware. Most of those canceled flights were from Southwest Airlines. We have team coverage on both sides of the country, focusing on all this travel chaos and the wild weather. Michael George is there at New York's LaGuardia Airport, and Carter Evans is with us from Los Angeles. But we're going to begin with Michael for the latest on the travel drama.
Well, Lana, the misery just continued today for thousands of Southwest passengers. They canceled more than half their flights again. Now, the company says tomorrow will be better, and some frustrated passengers are only now getting some relief.
Southwest Airlines canceled another 2,300 flights on Thursday. That's about 58% of its schedule, according to the FlightAware tracking service.
We were boarding the plane. The pilots were there, but they didn't have a flight crew.
The carrier now says it expects to return to normal on Friday, days after the other major airlines bounced back from the Christmas storm. The travel glitches may have affected more than 1 million passengers.
You know by now, all the flexibility and planning that we put in place to deal with the storm just wasn't enough.
Unable to reach customer service reps, exhausted travelers have scrambled to rebook with other airlines or line up for a dwindling supply of rental cars.
I think I've made my last flight on Southwest. I'm going to other airlines.
And for Southwest travelers who do finally reach their destination, those who checked a bag are facing another challenge, finding lost luggage.
I was told my luggage would arrive on the next available flight that has been sent, but so far no luggage.
Hector Leon Rivera spent Christmas in California's Bay Area without his bags.
I'm hoping they're here in the mess of everything, but I have no idea.
While in Chicago, the sounds of relief. After 2 canceled Southwest flights, Patrick Keene was finally reunited with his bag.
I just haven't had this bag in a week. I've been wearing other people's clothes.
Southwest has blamed the disruptions partly on outdated scheduling systems. Both the flight attendants and pilots unions say they've complained about technological failures for years.
So, Michael George, seeing some of those frustrated passengers, and Michael Keene in particular, who's cheering because he finally was reunited with his luggage. I'm wondering what the situation is like there at the airport right now. What are travelers telling you?
Well, one thing is getting better, and that's the lines are getting shorter. We're a couple days away from Christmas, so there just happen to be less people traveling now, and the people who were stuck on Christmas are finally getting where they needed to go. But the thing is, a lot of flights are still being canceled. This is no small problem. So there are still thousands of passengers flying today who are still facing additional problems. So a new group of passengers are being stuck, and that will continue for the next several days.
It all sounds like such a pain, and somebody described the luggage situation as like Legos were just poured out onto the floor, where there are questions about where those bags have gone to. Southwest Airlines has had so many flight cancellations. How is the airline working to resolve all of these issues, not just the passengers traveling, but reuniting all those passengers with their missing bags?
Yeah, the company says it's doing everything it can, and they do say that they're going to try and compensate passengers for things like those missing bags. But the truth is, this is a monumental problem that's going to take a long time, days, maybe even weeks, to return all those bags. As for the flights, the company is actually dialing back the amount of flights it's offering just to try and get their crews in the right cities and the right places that they can resume a normal schedule, which they say they'll be able to do potentially tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw the CEO claiming that they're moving around a lot of those planes right now, just trying to put them in place. But for travelers listening to you, Michael, who maybe think that it's going to be a long time before this is all resolved, they've been stranded at the airports. What options do they have to get home?
It's been a frustrating and costly mess. Renting a car, getting a new flight, it's all costing hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. And think about people who missed work, people who have child care issues. That's all adding to the cost. So there's not a lot that can be done at this point, but one piece of advice we are hearing from experts: save all the receipts, any costs you incurred because of this mess, because with a federal investigation on the way, we don't yet know how much Southwest will have to compensate for. It could go well beyond hotels and rental cars.
Very interesting and very good advice. Michael George, thank you.